Today we are going to discuss about part 13 NEET UG MCQs, and I am Dr. Shiban, MBBS DCH, postgraduated from Madras Medical College. Okay, so my first question is, which was asked in 2021 MCQ. 4 carbon atoms. 4 carbon atoms is the answer. Do you know the question for this? This is how you should study. 4 carbon atoms. 4 carbon atoms. Tropical plant mesophyll. Tropical plant mesophyll has 4 carbon compounds. Memorize it, okay? 4 carbon compounds. 4 carbon compounds. The question is, and tropical plant mesophyll. 4 carbon compounds, tropical plant mesophyll. Okay, next question. Where do you get bundle sheath cells? This was asked in a match the following. Match the following. Bundle sheath cells. What is the answer? Bundle sheath cell. Bundle sheaths. Any answer? Match the following. Calvin pathway happens in bundle sheath cells. Do you know Calvin pathway? Calvin pathway happens in the bundle sheath cells. Calvin pathway is used to synthesize proteins. True or false? This is how you should prepare for NEET. Should think. Calvin pathway is used to synthesize proteins. True or false? False. What is the answer? Calvin pathway synthesize carbohydrates. Calvin pathway carbohydrates. See, I have prepared all the questions from your NEET biology MCQ only, 11th standard. Okay. So what is stomata? Stomata, what is the question? Can you frame a question for stomata? The answer in the choice is stomata. You should tell the question for stomata. This is how you should prepare. Stomata. Read the question thoroughly. The answer is stomata. Atmospheric carbon dioxide is taken via atmospheric carbon dioxide is taken via in plants via stomata. They will give 4 choices and make you confused. Read the question properly. Answer stomata. So carbon dioxide is the answer. You have to frame the question. Do you know the question for this? Which gas in atmosphere is used by plants to prepare glucose? Which gas from atmosphere is used by plants to prepare glucose? Carbon dioxide. Read this so thoroughly. Read this so when they give 4 choice, they will give oxygen, carbon dioxide, nitrogen, hydrogen. That time you will get confused. Answer is carbon dioxide. Next question. Again, next for carbon dioxide. Which gas in any answer? Any question? Which gas in atmosphere is used to prepare starch in plants? Starch. So 2 questions. Carbon dioxide, first is glucose. Now starch. Starch. Again, one more question. One more question for carbohydrate. This is how you should prepare NEET MCQ. Which gas in atmosphere is used to prepare carbon dioxide plants? So three points for this carbon dioxide. First one is glucose, second one was starch, third is carbohydrates. They'll give one more choice and they'll make you confused. This is how we should prepare. Carbon dioxide is used for the synthesis of three things in plants. Keep it in mind: glucose, starch and carbohydrates. They can ask like direct question or they can ask the upside down question also. Both will be tough MCQs. Okay, right. Only. The same word you can find in the textbook. Only. Any question? Only. Photosynthesis occurs only in green parts of plant. This is a very strong point. They will give green parts, second just green parts and little bit in stem, third change green parts and little bit of flower, and they'll make you confused. If you know this point, you can answer that question. Photosynthesis occurs only in green part of plants. Okay. Chloroplast, PLAST, found in which cells? Yes, standard MCQs. So many times they'll ask. Chloroplast found in which cells? Chloroplast, PA found in which cells? Come on, so many times you studied, no? Which cells? See, very careful. Mesophyll in leaves. In leaf is very important point. Mesophyll in leaves. What is the question? Chloroplast found in which cells? Mesophyll cells. Carbon dioxide fixation. Carbon dioxide fixation in leaves occur in which site? Carbon dioxide fixation occurs in which site? What is the answer? Direct MCQ. This is a very direct MCQ. Answer is chloroplast only. R is the keyword, not chromo. They will confuse you with chloroplast and chromoplast. Chloroplast only. Don't forget the question. You will forget the question. Read the question once more. Carbon dioxide fixation in leaves occurs in which site? What is the site of light reaction in plants? Tell me the correct site of light reaction in plants. Site of light reaction. Plast, chloroplast. Don't forget the question. Light reaction, chloroplast. Stroma. What is the question? STROMO. What is the question for stroma? This is not a new question, old question. They have asked stroma. What is the question? Site of chemosynthetic pathway. Answer is stroma. Site of chemosynthetic pathway. Stroma. Site of chemosynthetic pathway is stroma. Photosynthesis has 3 stages. True or false? Photosynthesis has 3 stages. True or false? Photosynthesis has 3 stages. True or false? 2. Remember now? In your textbook it is given only 2 stages. Photosynthesis. Reaction center chlorophylls is the answer. What is the question? Reaction center chlorophylls. See, even if you read the textbook, even if you do revision in the textbook for more 10 times, it will not help you at all. Revision is useless. You must recall. This is a recall technique what we are studying, doing. Can you tell the answer point like this? If you revise the textbook 100 times, no use. This question they have asked in 2021. Match the following. See, what is the reaction center chlorophylls? What is the question? Chlorophyll A of light reaction. Chlorophyll A of light reaction. What is the question? This is the question. What is the answer? Just mug it up, that's all. Nothing to understand here. Botany, nothing is there to understand. Read the question. This is the answer. This is repeat MCQ so many times. That's why I showed you 3 times. See, they have studied in very thoroughly that any study material, if you want to recall, if you want to keep it for a long time, it must be recalled 7 days continuously, not revision. Revision is useless. Read the textbook once or twice, and after that, don't do revision. Do recall technique like this. But you have to do 7 days continuously. Now you can remember for short-term memory. It will go off day after tomorrow, you will not remember anything. You have to do 7 days continuously. You hear this video for 7 days continuously, I will guarantee you will answer all the MCQs for long duration. For long duration. What is antenna? Antenna. This is also repeat MCQ only. Antenna. Any idea? What is the question for this? Any question? Site of pigment in flowers. They will give 4 choice. Stoma, mesophyll, chloroplast, and finally they will give this choice also, antenna. You will get confused. That is the power of recall technique. Recall. Don't forget the question for antenna. Site of pigments in the site of pigment in plants. Exact site of pigment in plants is antenna. They'll keep stoma, mesophyll, chloroplast, chromoplast. Antenna is the correct answer. So Calvin pathway occurs in which site? Just now I discussed. Calvin pathway is used for synthesis of carbohydrates. What is the exact cells? You studied now just now. Bundle sheath cells. Remember? Match the following. Match the following question. Bundle sheath cells. Calvin. See, chlorophyll A. A, B, C, D. I'm talking about A. Chlorophyll A. What is the question? Chlorophyll A. Site of light reaction in photosynthesis. Chlorophyll A, everybody will remember. Question nobody will remember. Site of light reaction in photosynthesis. Chlorophyll A. Site of light reaction in photosynthesis. Can you expand PS in your textbook? PS. PS. This is called photosystem. This itself is an MCQ. Don't miss any comma in your biology textbook, okay? PS photo system. There are 4 types of photo system. True or false? There are 4 types of photo system. True or false? 4. No, it's only 2. PS1 and PS2. You can see in your textbook. So name 2 photo system. Just now I told you. PS1, PS2. This is how you should prepare for NEET, okay? PS1, PS2. Any idea about this 700 nanometer in your biology textbook? 700 nanometer. Any clue? Match the following. Standard match the following. Do you know why you are not able to recall? Because you didn't practice recall. You are practicing only revision. This is the way you should recall. See, you are seeing with your eyes. 700 nanometer. What is the question? PS1. Remember now? I think now you remember PS1. 700. Very good. So what is the this one for PS2? What is the potential for PS2? PS1, okay, 700. Okay, fine. PS2? Which one? 680. This is called recall technique. Next one. The 680 is for which color light? Red light, blue light, green light, white light. In response to PS2. 680 is for which light? PS2. Which light? Which colored light? Which color? Which colored light? PS2. Red, okay. See, how can you remember if you keep on revision? No use. Recall. They have been scientifically proven that if you do a study material 7 days continuous recall, you can hold it for a long duration. Long period you can see because you are seeing it now. $700 nanometer is for what? Which chlorophyll? A, B, C, D. Which chlorophyll? A, B, C, D. Which chlorophyll? A. If you know this point, you can answer which of the following statement is true. Tough MCQ you can answer. 700 nanometer. Chlorophyll A. Which of the following is the final product in PS reaction? Which of the following is the final product in PS reaction? They will give 4 things. Pyruvic acid, lactic acid, ATP and NAD and NADH. Whatever they want they will keep. What is the answer? Is NADH. Don't forget the question. Final product in PS reaction. Final product in PS reaction. Okay. Have you heard about this? FO, part of ATPase enzyme. FO is the keyword. FO. Have you heard about this? Is related to what? FO. FO. Give on MCQ. Very important MCQ. FO. Which part? Releases energy for ATP. Releases energy for ATP. The question is FO part of ATPase enzyme. FO part of ATPase enzyme. FO, okay. Even if you forget, when you see the MCQ, because you are recalled, you will remember, you will answer, and you will remember me. You practice, you hear this video for continuous 7 days. I will guarantee you will answer all the MCQs. FO. This is a separate MCQ they were asked. FO is found in which enzyme? ATPase, glycogenase, carbonic anhydrase, lactic dehydrogenase. And they give 4 choice gone. FO is a part of ATPase enzyme. Is it not a tough MCQ? Is it not a rank deciding MCQ? FO is a part of ATPase enzyme. In photosynthesis, proton gradient is created in which site? In photosynthesis, proton gradient is created in which site? Any idea? In photosynthesis, proton gradient in synthesis in which site? In membrane of thylakoid. Don't forget the question. Membrane of thylakoid, everybody will answer. Membrane of thylakoid, everybody knows. But what is the question? Read it thoroughly. Write it down. Memorize it. This question you can expect this year NEET. Yes. Splitting of water molecule occurs in a typical site. Do you know the answer? In plants. Splitting of water molecule occurs in a typical site in plants. PS2. This is the purpose of recall. Right? Recall. What is the question? PS2. Splitting of water molecule occurs in PS2. Question is important. Because if they give match the following, it will be very easy. Don't do revision, okay? Do recall. Just okay. So I have given 3 points here, okay? Electron transfer, oxygen release and proton release. I have given 3 points. Okay, one is electron transfer, another is oxygen release, another is proton release. They will give one more choice and they will make you confused. They will keep the 4th choice. Electron transfer, oxygen release and proton release. And they might keep carbon dioxide release. So memorize this and tell me the question. Electron transfer, proton release and what else? Oxygen release. 4th choice they will keep carbon dioxide release. Gone. What is the question? Three changes that occur in PS2 because of splitting of water. 3 changes that occurs in PS2 because of splitting of water. Do you know the answer? 3 things. Do you know the answer? Read the question. Question is more important. Even if you forget the answer, no problem. You'll remember. Because you are recalling. You hear this video for 7 days. You will answer everything like a master. Answer is electron transfer, oxygen release and proton release. I want you to memorize this question more than the answer. Memorize the question, okay? See, this question they have asked. Splitting of water affects PS1. True or false? Come on. This is the purpose of this video. You will answer this. Come on. False. If you know this point, you can answer a very tough MCQ. Yes. Name the enzyme used in carbon fixation cycle. They will give carbonic anhydrase, alcohol dehydrogenase, then ATPase, and they will give one more thing. Four enzyme they will give. Gone. Because this answer is so confusing. Name the enzyme in carbon fixation cycle. Name the enzyme in carbon fixation cycle. Name the enzyme in carbon fixation cycle. Do you know this enzyme? RUBASCO. You have to see the expansion in your textbook, okay? It is an enzyme. RUBASCO is an enzyme. What is the question? You forgot the question, right? You forgot the question. This is the mistake. Most of the NEET students, they know the answer, they don't know the question. That is why this preparation is very important. What is the question? Name the enzyme used in carbon fixation cycle. Actually, I should have showed like this and asked you the question for this enzyme. That is the correct way of my teaching. What is the question? Name the enzyme used in carbon fixation cycle. Okay. Can you name a 3 carbon compound? 5 carbon compound. Which of the following is a 5 carbon compound? They have asked, man. Which of the following is a 5 carbon compound? Same thing. RUB. 5 carbon compound. Can you name a 3 carbon compound? 5 they have asked in MCQ. So this year they might ask 3 carbon compound. Any idea? 3 carbon compound. What is this? PGR. What is that? Plant growth regulator. Plant growth regulator. 3 carbon compound. Okay. Calvin cycle. Just now only I told. Calvin cycle is used in the synthesis of. Calvin cycle. Synthesis of what? Calvin cycle is used in. Okay. Calvin cycle is used in. What is the answer? Synthesis of sugar. That is carbohydrates. I told now. Right. See, this is a short-term memory. If you have to practice this, then only it will stand for a long time. Otherwise, today you will answer. Day after tomorrow, it is not possible to answer these questions. Okay. C3 plant. What is the typical point in C3 plant? Photorespiration. Match the following. C3 plant. Photo respiration. Right? See, don't forget to write some good comments in this end of the video, okay? Okay, and don't forget to share this great awareness video to your juniors, to your seniors, to your class teacher, to your NEET coach also. Okay, good. And after hearing this video, my part 14 is also available in the same YouTube channel. Go here and that video also, okay? Good. In photo system reaction, PS reaction, can you give me an answer? Or can you tell me something about photo system reaction? Only NADH and ATP are formed. What is the question? In photo system reaction, only these two are formed. In photo system reaction, only these two are formed. In photo system reaction, only these two are formed. Why I showed it 5 times is they have asked in 2021 NEET. Okay, so this time they can ask in carbon fixation cycle what is formed. In carbon fixation cycle these two are formed. This time they can ask this. In carbon fixation cycle these two are formed. In carbon fixation cycle these two are formed. In carbon fixation cycle these two are formed. Okay, this is the question you can expect this year. Okay, can you frame a question for these two molecules? Two molecules. It is the number of 3 carbon PGA formed in carbon fixation cycle. PGA. That is 2 molecules of 3 carbon PGA is formed in carbon fixation cycle. They will ask how many molecules of 3 carbon PGA. The answer is 2 molecules. You have to forget, don't forget the question. Don't forget the question. They will give 2 molecules, 3 molecules, 4 molecules, 5 molecules. Did you memorize the question? Oxygen affects photosynthesis. True or false? I have taken from your textbook only. Oxygen affects photosynthesis. True or false? They have given 5 factors which affects photosynthesis. Oxygen affects photosynthesis is false. It is not given in your textbook. It's a false statement. Okay, nitrogen affects photosynthesis. True or false? As per this textbook. Okay. Nitrogen affects photosynthesis. True or false? This is how you should prepare NEET. True or false? You cannot sit inside the examination hall and recall all these things. You should recall outside the examination hall. False. Okay. See, this question is a very tough MCQ for you. Water affects photosynthesis. True or false? Very tough. When they give 4 choices, you will get confused. Water affects photosynthesis. True or false? True. Okay. Temperature affects photosynthesis. This is very tough MCQ. Unless you would have done a recall technique. Temperature affects photosynthesis. True or false? True. So temperature affects photosynthesis. True. Okay. Sunlight affects photosynthesis. True or false? True. So water affects photosynthesis. Temperature affects photosynthesis. Don't forget. Remaining things you will think logically. Water affects photosynthesis. Temperature affects photosynthesis. Both are true statements. Okay. M is the keyword. Chromoblast. Blast is involved in photosynthesis. True or false? Chromoplast is involved in photosynthesis. True or false? False statement. Okay. Don't forget my name, Sheben. Okay. Which chlorophyll is used in photosynthesis? Chlorophyll. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, whatever they'll give. Photosynthesis, which chlorophyll is used? Which one? Chlorophyll A. Okay. Chlorophyll A in photosynthesis. Half an hour. Synapse is a part of which bone? Which is a part of bone? True or false? SYNAPS is a part of bone. True or false? Synapse. Synapse is a part of bone. It's a part of nerve. Okay. Eating. Okay, eating is controlled by thalamus. True or false? This is a rank deciding MCQ. Eating is controlled by thalamus. True or false? If you hear my other videos, I give an excellent explanation for this. Here my part 11. Yes. Here my part 12 video. Okay, I have given so detailed about this, so detailed. Part 12. What is the question? Eating is controlled by thalamus. It is controlled by hypothalamus. Okay, eating is controlled by hypothalamus. Very important NEET MCQ. Frequently they have asked in match the following. Good. Drinking is controlled by hypothalamus. True or false? Drinking is controlled by hypothalamus. True or false? True. Hypothalamus. Here my part 12 video. Okay, superbly I have explained for you. Okay, medulla consists of fiber tract. True or false? Medulla consists of fiber tract. True or false? Medulla. False. It is pons. Pons. Okay. Fiber tract is found in pons. This is asked in a match the following. Match the following. Semicircular organ is found in which part of the human body? Semicircular canal. Canal. Semicircular canal is found in which part of the human body? Match the following. Yes. Match the following. Or they can give in choice also. Semicircular canal. Any idea? This is the purpose of recall. Revision is useless. Semicircular canal. Ear. Heard about this semicircular canal? Ear. Ear. What is the word auditory means? Auditory. Auditory means hearing. I think you know this. Auditory means hearing. Auditory. See your spelling. Auditory. Auditory means hearing. Gastric secretion is controlled in thalamus. True or false? Gastric secretion is controlled by thalamus. True or false? Gastric secretion controlled by thalamus. True or false? Medulla. Okay. Gastric secretion controlled by medulla. Here my part 12. Okay. Superb, I have told that. Cerebrum controls semicircular canal in eyes. In ear. True or false? Cerebrum. BRUM. Cerebrum controls semicircular canal of ear. True or false? See, true or false is the very important point in a NEET in biology. Because which of the following statement is true? So you should know all the false statements. Cerebrum controls semicircular canal. True or false? Cerebellum. LL. Bell hearing. Emotional reaction, getting anger, emotional reaction is controlled by which part of the brain? Is controlled by a medulla. True or false? Emotional brain. Which part? Emotional brain. True or false? Medulla I have written. True or false? Because it is controlled by what? Limbic system. Emotion. Limbic system. Emotion. Limbic system. Drinking of water or drinking is controlled by medulla. True or false? Drinking is controlled by medulla. True or false? Drinking is controlled by medulla. True or false? Drinking is controlled by what? Hypothalamus. Here my part 12, okay. You'll understand everything so thoroughly. Don't forget the question. Because hypothalamus, I will remember. Drinking of water, hypothalamus. Body temperature is controlled by thalamus. True or false? Body temperature, fever, okay. Body temperature is controlled by thalamus. True or false? See, these are classical NEET MCQs. You can remember only if you follow this 7 days continuous recall technique. It has been proven study. You hear this video for 7 days continuously. 8th day you will answer everything and it will go deep of a brain. It will go to stomach also. You can hear. You can remember for a long period. Yes. Body temperature is controlled by thalamus. True or false? Body temperature, thalamus. Hypothalamus. Body temperature, hypothalamus. So read these three thoroughly, okay? Respiration, cardiovascular reflex, and gastric secretion. They'll ask, give one choice. They can ask in true or false, They can ask and match the following, and they can keep one more choice and they will ask which is a false statement. If you know the question for this, not the answer. A NEET student should know the questions because they are giving 4 answers there. Answers are plenty. Only one question will be there. So you should be thorough for the question. For these 3, you should know the question. Controlled by what? Respiration is controlled by what? Cardio is controlled by what? Gastric secretion controlled by what? If you know this, you can answer 6 questions and so many match the following. Controlled by medulla. Medulla has 3 main functions. What else? Respiration, cardiovascular reflex, and gastric secretion. So don't forget 3 functions of medulla. Even if you do 10 times revision of this textbook, even if you do 10 times revision of the textbook, you cannot remember even a single point. That is the power of recall. Because you have to study physics, chemistry, equations, formulas, recall technique. Don't forget the question, medulla. Medulla has 3 functions. Resting potential. Resting potential, where have you heard? In liver, kidney, bone, skin. Where did you hear this word, resting potential? They'll give this size only. Resting potential is related to. Where did you study this? Heard about this? No. Neural membrane. Neural membrane. Don't forget the question. Don't forget the question. Answers will be plenty in your paper, newspaper, in your exam paper. Neural membrane. Come on. In heart, diastole is followed by systole. True or false? In heart, diastole is followed by systole. True or false? If you know the meaning of diastole and systole, you can answer this. Systole means contraction. Systole means contraction. Systole means contraction. So diastole is relaxation. Which will happen first? Contraction followed by relaxation. So this is a false statement. This is how you prepare NEET. So this is a false statement. Aorta has oxygenated blood. True or false? Don't forget to study that cardiac cycle, okay? That heart blood circulation. Memorize the diagram 3 or 4 times. Don't do revision. Memorize the diagram today. 4 days do recall. Only if you don't know, open the textbook. Don't do revision, okay? So tell me, aorta is oxygenated or not? Aortic blood is oxygenated. True or false? True. Which is called the pacemaker of heart? Which is called the pacemaker of heart? Sinoatrial node. Sinoatrial node is called the pacemaker of heart. Pacemaker of heart. Sinoatrial node. Ammonia, urea, uric acid. You have to tell a question for this. You have to tell me a question. Ammonia, urea, uric acid. They'll keep the 4th choice and they will ask which is false. Or they can give some other. This point you can apply in somewhere else if you know the question. Come on, ammonia, urea, uric acid. They'll keep lipid in the last part. Lipid. You'll get confused. What is the question? Three major. Major is the keyword. Major nitrogenous waste excreted. Major. Three major is the keyword. Major. Don't forget major. There are so many things excreted, but three are classified under major in your textbook. Major. What is the question? Three major nitrogenous wastes excreted. Okay. Excreted. Habitat or availability of water. This is the answer. It will be in the answer. In these 2 points, one will be in the answer session. You have to frame the question now. Habitat or availability of water. Classification of which one is based on habitat and availability of water. Any idea? Excretion of nitrogenous waste depends upon. They'll give 4 choice. Excretion of nitrogenous wastes depends upon 2 things, not 4 things. As per your textbook, only 2 things. So be thorough of these 2 things. Habitat and excretion of water. I am expecting this question for coming NEET exam. Because you cannot think logic. If you think logic, it will go for negative only. No logic in this MCQ. Green gland is found in which organ? Brain, kidney, eyes, liver, lungs. Which organ? Ovary, testis. Green gland is found in which organ? Brain, kidney, liver, lungs. Which one? Which organ? Green gland. Green gland is an excretory organ in animals. Same word in your textbook they given. In animals. See the word, everything, each word is different. Excretory organ in animals. That is the green gland. So, reading green gland is of no use. Memorizing that question is useful. What is nephridia? What is nephridia? I have taken from your book only. Nephridia. Green glands, you remembered, okay, good. Nephridia. It is an excretory organ in animals. So 2 things we learned. One is green gland, next is nephridia. 2 things, okay, next. Malpighian tubules. What is Malpighian tubule? Malpighian tubule. It's an excretory organ in animals. 3 questions we studied. Green gland, nephridia and Malpighian tubules are the excretory organ in animals. See, when you sit in the examination hall, you cannot recall all these points. That is the purpose of this video, for you to recall everything now itself. Green gland, nephridia, Malpighian tubules are excretory organ in animals. Okay, now next point. Protonephridia. What is the question? Protonephridia. See, my way of teaching is totally different. If you study like this, you can save your time in the examination hall. No recalling inside, they can just shoot the answer and come out. Protonephridia. It is also an excretory organ in animals. See, these 4 things you don't know. Even if you read this book 300 times revision, you will not remember anything. Recall is very important. Excretory organ in animals, green gland, nephridia, Malpighian tubules, and protonephridia. Yes? Good. But don't forget Sheban also, okay? Nephron. Any idea? The standard MCQ question. What is the question for nephridia? So nephron. Functional unit of kidney is nephron. Functional unit of kidney is nephron. Tubular shape. Any idea? Tubular shape. Any idea? Tubular shape. Match the following, man. Match the following. Shape of nephron. Match the following. Very tough MCQ. Who told biology is easy? Biology is easy if you study recall technique. Tubular. Shape of nephrons. See, don't forget to hear my part 14, okay, in the same YouTube channel, okay? And 200 ml. Any idea? 200 ml. Any idea? 200 ml. Any idea? No idea. Amount of carbon dioxide released by lungs per minute. 2025 MCQ. Yes. 2025 MCQ. 200 ml. This anybody can remember 200 ml. This one you should remember. Per minute, per hour, per second. Is it for carbon dioxide? Is it for some other gas? 200 ml everybody will remember. Question you have to remember. Amount of carbon dioxide released by the lungs per minute. 200 ml. See, for short term memory you can no use. Hear this video 7 continuous days. Then only it will go inside your stomach. Okay. Ketone bodies is seen in urine. True or false? Ketone bodies is seen in urine. True or false? Any idea? Ketone bodies? Ketone bodies in urine means what disease? What disease? MCQ, man. MCQ. Diabetes mellitus. Mellitus. Why I am telling mellitus is they will keep diabetes insipidus also. Okay. So ketone bodies in urine is single answer. Diabetes mellitus. So the answer is true. Okay. Glycosuria is seen in urine. True or false? Ketone bodies is seen in urine. Yes. True. So glycosuria is seen in urine. True or false? Urine. Yes. So glycosuria is seen in which disease? Standard MCQ. Match the following. Diabetes mellitus. Both are diabetes mellitus. So glycosuria, diabetes mellitus. Ketone bodies, diabetes mellitus. Okay. They'll give 4 answers. Million, billion, trillion, thousands. 4 choices they will give. You have to click the million. So for what question you will answer? You will click million. Million. Each kidney has millions of nephrons. Each kidney has millions of nephrons. Each nephron has 3 important portions. True or false? Each nephron has 3 important portions. True or false? Each nephron has 3 important. True or false? It has only 2. Okay. Do you know the two parts of nephrons? Not parts. 2 portions of nephrons. Do you know the 2 portions of nephrons? Any idea? 2 portions of nephrons. No. Glomerulus and renal tubule. It is very easy for you to hear now. When they keep in the choice, they know what choice to keep and make you confused. That is the power of 7 days recall technique. 7 days continuous recall technique. Yes. 2 portions of nephron. Memorize it. 2 portions of nephron. MCQ. Repeated MCQ. Capillaries. Any question? They will keep arterioles, capillaries, veins, lymphatics. They will keep all. You have to round the capillaries. Okay. So what is the question? What is the question for capillaries? Glomerulus is a tuft of capillaries. Glomerulus is a tuft of capillaries. This is the way of recall technique. Capillaries. So NEET is very easy, man. Only thing you should know how to study. Only you should know how to study. All are hard workers only. Capillaries, don't forget the question, okay. So just now I told, glycosuria which disease? Glycosuria which disease? Which disease? Mellitus. 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 Diabetes mellitus. Ketone bodies which disease? Ketone bodies which disease? Mellitus. Mellitus. Diabetes mellitus. Okay. This question they were asked in 2024. 2024. Read the answer and tell me the question. Afferent arterioles, small branches from renal artery. Okay. Tell me the question. In kidney chapter, afferent arterioles, small branches of renal artery. Small branches of renal artery. Question? This is the question. Capillaries of glomeruli are formed from dash. Capillaries of glomeruli are formed from dash. Capillaries of glomeruli are formed from dash. What is the answer? Afferent arteriole and small branches of renal artery. They will keep large. Afferent they will keep efferent. This is already asked. I am expecting this question next year also. Same question I am expecting. Can you tell me which is double walled in relation to kidney? Double walled. Kidney chapter. Double walled. Which one? If you know this, you can answer some important MCQ. Double walled is Bowman's capsule. They will keep single walled. Got it? Bowman's capsule is double walled. They will keep somewhere it is single walled and say, pick up the wrong statement. Double walled is Bowman's membrane. Renal tubule starts with renal tubule starts with Bowman's capsule. You must see the diagram, okay? That renal tubule starts with Bowman's capsule. Okay? See the diagram. Okay. So what is PCT? Is related to which organ? Head, eyes, brain, kidney, liver, lungs. Which organ? PCT. Any idea? Only if you know the full form you can answer this. PCT. Proximal convoluted tubule of kidney. Proximal convoluted tubule of kidney. Proximal convoluted tubule of kidney. And don't forget Dr. Sheban. Okay? Share this great awareness video with your friends. Stay tuned.